Comment on real quick here in chat saying Guru and Bly playing for the spot. I mean, that's the winner's match he's referring to, of course. But anyways, it is two players who have played each other countless times in StarCraft 2, and this is gonna be a good one. We got a huge donation coming in, though. We'll get to this stuff in a moment. Just to knock these intros out in the top left side of Preon Terraces, we've got Euronics Gaming's Nerchio.
In the bottom right, as the Blue Protoss, it is Invasion Esports Harstem.
Okay, Saldus Dub donates $50. Saldus Dub, by the way, before I even read this, fucking love this guy. Got to meet him at TwitchCon, and he took us to what I was really scared was going to be a shady as fuck Korean restaurant. It was like, it looked like it was in someone's basement, but it was actually super legit and nice, and
well,
so was he.
He loves bringing up the fact that you almost didn't get served alcohol.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, right?
You need to have a goddamn passport in America, like your ID's no longer good. Like what the
Yeah, that was weird. That was the first time we've heard that. Oh well.
Anyways, he donates $50 very generously, and he says, "Kill the porn stash, Ace Fork, shave it." Yes, Solidus Dub, my man.
I believe in others. So save it. We also had a new sub. A guy who's been talking in chat for, I know the past week at least, sounds familiar, but Kickflip Lord. Lolly. Thanks for subbing.
Yeah, and Printer Hands resubbed as well. Sorry for anyone else that we've missed, but that also brings Shave It now to $160, which is only 5 behind Save It. So I believe that we can shave this thing, guys.
I can't help but hear Sean Connery.
Mollusk.
Shave it.
Shave it with a mollusk. All right. I can't do a good Sean Connery. Harstem did be very annoying early on with the probe, and it looks like he went back for round 2 on some of that action. So Nerchio's still without a natural base, but having just jumped ahead to his third, taking the gold over there is not too bad. It is worth noting, though, I was talking with Harstem a little bit after that game. You know, when he said he had, because I had mentioned on the stream, he had messaged me and said he had PvP on lockdown, he's feeling confident, all this good stuff. He's not feeling so great about PvZ, and I think that's kind of a fair point for a lot of Protoss right now. There's a lot of, we'll call it Twitter banter going on right now with pro players, especially regarding Zerg. And that's not just from Protoss, it's from Terran as well. And it's in a funny space right now. Europe just is so heavily populated by Zerg that it's really not helping things.
Thanks to Kreslin. Oh, chat moved too fast.
69 for the 16-month resub.
I'll finish a sentence. Yes, thank you for the resub. But yeah, this but Harstem, you know, until he got knocked out, he was on a bit of a roll against Zerg.
Yeah.
So that is not a problematic matchup. Well, not as problematic as other Protosses have been feeling, or other times in Legacy of the Void's lifespan. So I have faith here, but Preon Terraces is a difficult map unless you're going to do like an all-in yourself, which he might get some aggression done with this War Prism. To hold on to your third base, it seems like we always see that Roach Ravager push into the middle of the third and the natural, and then the Protoss dies unless they have very, very fancy footwork, or the Zerg overcommits.
Receiving incoming transmission.
Saldus Dub with another $10. I'll read this in a moment. Can't type out right now because Harstem is warping into the main. Looks like that's going to get pushed back, though. Nerchio with a quick response. Of course, saw that with the Overlord, so nicely done from him. Having about 4 queens to roam around these bases. We've seen some players go as high as 6, but 4 is certainly not bad. The extra 2 are coming in a moment, actually, so there we go. It's going to be that 6, that sweet 6 count. This will actually let them push forward as well when you've got this many in play, not just to snipe off and defend.
Well, the bold queens could have been a problem. Oh, no, they are still going to be a problem. But that is a lot of lings, and Harstem is not warped in enough yet.
I like the choice to recall there. I think taking any sort of fight would have just gone poorly for him, so that was a great choice to come back. The Adept I thought was going to die for certain, but the lings run right past it and just go gun it for that third base. Looks like he's not going to get an overcharge. He'll get 1 overcharge. This
is all lings, so this isn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. Still, like, potentially scary, because it's like 40 lings right here, but with enough adepts, with a back, you're back against a wall, this is something that you can defend. it's a lot more. It's a lot scarier when there's like corrosive biles that, you know, if you back yourself up to a wall is suddenly like a big problem. But yeah, you're right. Nerchio is still committing with the queens. He doesn't have +1, but that is just it's a lot of wins. And he doesn't have everything up against the wall. He does do some fancy
I like that pickup.
warp prism though. It's nice.
The force fields are actually not too bad either. They help reduce a lot of the surface area, but is this going to be enough? He continues to pick up the Immortals, pick up a drop. Even Probe's getting in on the fight. Nerchio throws away his whole army for this. The Queens, of course, going to be sacrificed as well. Not without some dirty transfuses, but as much as you want to bathe these Queens in juices all day, they're not going to live. And this looks like Harstem's not in a bad spot. I mean, he lost like, what, 2 probes through this? 3 probes in total. This was a good hold.
You can definitely see why that would be an effective attack versus other Protoss, though. Like, if he was caught in, you know, without any wall to back up against, if the force fields were off, if he didn't have the warp prism available, if it was counterattacking, then that all could have gone, you know, to hell real quick, and that would have been one less third to worry about for Nerchio. But with everything considered, that was actually a really nice start for Harstem. Nerchio was banking a ton of money. He just doesn't have the larva right now. Oh, he spends it on Hydra, never mind. But still, he has to wait for the Hydras to come out. And the Warp Prism is once again making this look like a dedicated attack for Harstem, even though he is macroing behind it. This is without a Mothership Core, isn't it? Oh, no, he remade one. And he does have enough for a recall.
Well, Lings are all over the place right now. Catching this Immortal on top of the ramp. It's getting messy for Harstem at home. It looks like these guys had slipped past that initial defense. Meanwhile, his attack certainly strong itself, going to knock down the third base of Nerchio. It's got to get a little bit base trade-y up in here, don't you think?
Hydras, please. I don't know. I think Harstem's going to win this base trade. He just lost... Nerchio just lost like 5 Hydras on Rally. And now the Warp Prism, you know, starting to warp in more as Harstem is still mining off of at least 2 bases. Actually, he's cleaned everything up now. I think Harstem's got this.
I mean, this is very techless from Harstem. There's no blink, there's no charge, so it's kind of scary. The drone's coming in, going to get try. If the drones had surrounded the Immortals, that actually might not have been too bad. The Hydra's going to clean up that left side, and all of a sudden, Nerchio has a fighting force coming out of nowhere.
The Warp Prism was the key there, because if, you know, 1 or 2 more warp-ins and the Hydras will get just obliterated. But Nerchio lost drones, he lost army, he lost a base. Yeah. The one thing he has is an upgrade, but Harstem's upgrade is also finishing. So, I don't know.
So, 4,000-something people watching these qualifiers, and only about 20 went to the Nerchio page, by the way, guys. This is me absolutely trying to guilt you. If you haven't taken a second, please. It will take no time. You don't give away any information. It'll cost you nothing to create an extra $1 for the prize pool. And it'll help us at the time. Phoenix is going to swoop in, pick up those Hydras. Looks like those get cleaned up pretty easily. Some did drop in the main. Drop Overlords for Hydras are not exactly something you see commonly, but stuttering in to kill more probes. He wants to make up that worker damage. For Nerchio, this was a big dedication of very expensive units, but it does help clean things up and I guess even up the workers a bit. I don't know. We got some more donations coming in. Wow, Jesus. I'm sorry we've still missed that first one, but I guess it's calmed down a little bit. So Sawdust Dub throws in another $10 and he says, and since my math was off after just waking up, add this to it, #ShaveIt. So #ShaveIt's actually going to be the lead. Then Rurikar and Printer Hands both donate $10. Thank you guys so much, but I will get to those in a moment as this game is still getting underway. So I just want to get Sawdust Dubs before I got pushed off the page.
Yeah. So the Phoenixes actually are a little odd because they came after a bunch of pushes. So they're not entirely useless, just a little oddly timed. Well, and Nerchio is hanging on.
Those things really need to carry these Overlords to keep dropping things off. I mean, like,
yeah,
this is a couple of times now where I think Harstem wishes he had a couple of cannons. He doesn't really have the money to invest in cannons. It's not even that smart to be honest. Getting more army and more tech is going to be more valuable. He does finally have +1. He's investing in charge over anything else. I like that because I don't think Resonating Glaives is going to serve you as well as charge against this composition, and Blink is not a necessity at all. There's not even any Stalkers left in play after all. Yeah,
Adepts have done their time, you know, a good job for the initial part of this matchup, but now it's on to bigger and better things. So Charge Lot, Immortal Archon, maybe with Storms the game goes on for that long, but Nerchio is still in a very difficult position. Like, he is not in that, you know, the drone count, the army count, the army tech, with only the Lurker Den halfway done, to really feel comfortable in a PvZ. I mean, Harstem is getting closer and closer to that perfect Protoss army.
These Hydra drops, like, I say cute in a what seems like condescending way, but I really like these out of Nerchio. Like these, twice now, expensive, sure, but they've killed quite a few probes on that quick stutter into the main. But seeing the cannon, seeing the zealots, they are going to back away, not try and trade out this time. It's worth noting Nerchio has brought the army supply back up. He's getting towards that lurker den, so I mean that's going to finish up soon. And if there's lurkers in play, this becomes a little bit more harrowing for Harstem. But overall, I still really like Harstem's position.
Yeah, I think Harstem is going to have to screw up to lose, and the way that he could do that, there is one available, is run into fungals and lurkers. So a couple of feedbacks might be nice to have, like keep them on away from being an Archon, but not yet. And just, you know, make sure to at least pre-split a little bit, make sure to scout ahead of your army a little bit, and he shouldn't really have an opportunity to throw this game. His army is at a point where, like, you would have hoped the Zerg had already gone to lurkers, was already thinking about maybe a hive would be ideal for Nerchio, and he's not close to that yet.
Okay, so the army is encroaching. I mean, Nerchio's got the strangest heck composition. There's no lurkers actually here. It's infestors and hydras and lings, and I mean, the fungal growth holding an army in place should help, but it's not that. I feel like Nerchio needs an army to stay still. This isn't like Ravagers dropping across the files. It's not Phoenix running away. Another donation coming in. Thank you to Fractal Otaku. But Nerchio takes a decent start, but as soon as those infestors are out of juice, he's just missing everything from the army. And there's really no follow-through.
Now, the one thing missing from Harstem is Storm. If he has Storm, I think there's like no chance for Nerchio's army here. But without that, Mass Ling's still going to be, you know, annoying to deal with for sure. It's around those Immortals and whatnot. And Mass Hydras will still add a lot of damage. Lurkers will be dealt with by those Immortals. And if he had Phoenix, I guess more Phoenix. But Harstem on 4 bases, Nerchio on 4. Still not ideal for Nerchio. Not starting a hive yet either, although he does have the infestation pit, so maybe you know, 2 or 3 minutes he could.
This is where those infestors would have been great. The lurkers just need everything staying in range of them, and they're going to shred them to bits. Nerchio's now up to 12 lurkers, which is no small count. Harstem did get Revelation off, which is more beneficial than Observers and more effective than Observers in a lot of cases, but his Immortal count's just barely shy of being able to really just move in here. And of course, these Zealots have pretty much been weaned out of the army, so he's Harstem's in a bit of a fickle spot. He doesn't actually have that great mining going on, so he tries to get around this. He's got Adepts and Zealots all over the place, warping in some more to the main, trying to really, if they get shut down. Nerchio's going to have to come back home, because if he doesn't attend to this, he's going to lose a lot more than he'll do damage with for the time being.
Yeah.
I really want to stress, though, Harstem really is only on, what is, I'd say effectively 1 base mining. The gold base is mining out soon, and his other bases are pretty much empty. So he's actually in a spot where he's going to need to expand again. Nerchio, kind of feeling that same pressure, does actually expand to the south.
Yeah, Harstem does need to expand, and with pushing Nerchio's army back, that was the moment to do so. So he takes the one that's on that little plateau, and is continuing to buff up his army, but still not with Storm. Like, he is just not interested in Storm, I suppose. He's going for more Archons and more upgrades, which isn't, like, still not a terrible army. I just think that a couple of Storms could really... It would help thin through those Hydras, or even just High Templars for feedbacks would help not just get rid of the energy on infestors, but also kill them. They've been surviving every couple of fights.
This is Harstem's mining base. This is not something he can afford to lose. He's turning this into base tradesies, so he is going to go across the map. This Queen's died instantly. Jeez. New Nexus was getting started. This is not great, though, and I think when it comes down to an actual base trade, Lurkers could technically win if all the detection forms got sniped off, but yeah, there's a couple of Observers, there's the Oracle. The likelihood of that is not very high. In fact, oh, Mr. Terrence, what?
Dio's kind of there. Kills an Archon.
Yeah, I mean, you can't kill the Nexus anymore at this point, but that's fine.
Harstem, Harstem is splitting up his army. He's got to be very careful. Oh no, the Lurkers running into that is also nice.
Don't fight Immortals that have +3. That's 65 a shot against Lurkers. The Archons are going to be they're not too bad for damage.
He had no fungals. Yeah. Infested Terrans.
Yeah, he threw out like 100 infested Terrans on the side of the map. Kind of, I guess, the consequence. The Oracle goes down. There's still a couple of Observers. See if they get sniped. He's going to try and take on the Lurkers. He's doing not a bad job pushing the back. In fact, they just obliterated this suddenly. Good game. Well, Immortals. GG. All right, I want to get these donations read while we get into this next game, so we'll skip ads for it. We got 10, 10, 10 coming in here in threes. Rorikar donates $10. This is BaseTradeTV challenge. I will give $10 for every person who shows up to the DreamHack Austin Base Trade meetup wearing the Hoi Hoi. Oh God. Wearing the Hoi 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 shirt, up to 20 people. Tweet me a group pic at Rorikar, and everyone Hoi Hoi shirt gets, and every Hoi 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 shirt will get BaseTradeTV another $10. Oh yeah, and shave that worm. So hashtag shave it, I guess. This sucks because I know we've got like 5 shirts to give away at least here, and I know you've got a couple too. So I'm gonna kill myself if we have to take a group picture and there's like 8 people wearing that shirt around me.
It'll be beautiful. We can all do the pose too.
Fractal Otaku donates $10 and says, I say no to the mustache. Maybe a goatee or at some point instead. Hashtag Nathanias' twin. I actually did dress up as Nathanias on Twitter one day. I gotta dig up those photos. It's pretty funny. And then my halitosis. I don't feel like my breath's that bad. Donates $10 and says bigger, better, uncut, and rainbow colored. Hashtag save it. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40 for shave and 10 for save. So save it's now at 75. And then shave. Oh, it's at 200.
We have more casters than we did before.
Yeah, well, their series probably completed while that first game went on. By the way, my guilt trip appears to have worked. We did get some more people to go to the Overwatch page and donate the code, the $1 at a time. So thank you guys so much as that prize pulls up to $473. It's great to see. But Zombie Grub.
Yes.
We're also almost meeting our goal here at $380. So that's going to be awesome. Game starting there for Arena. We'll talk more about this afterwards, guys. Team Shave It, go! See you guys in a sec. All right, I apparently have to change something on the overlay really quick.
Oh.
There we go. Nerchio seems to know best. Let me just add that in there.
What? I have a feeling I know what you're doing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Are you putting an immortal somewhere?
Yeah, kind of. At the top left side of the map! He didn't win that first game, but Immortals certainly did. It's going to be the blue Protoss, Harstem.
In the bottom left, as the red Zerg, it is Nerchio.
I just put Immortals on Harstem's name in the overlay.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Tron16 hitting us up with a 23-month resub, so almost at 2 full years. Thank you so much. But I guess we didn't talk about this. Where do we put the cutoff for this save? Like, if we actually hit 400 out of 400 for the goal, do we just say, well, fuck it, whichever's winning at that point, that's what wins? Or do we have this run for like a full week? Or like, when do we cut off the save it, shave it?
Oh, is it a race or is it a...
Well, I don't know. That's the thing, because I guess I didn't really think too much into it. We just had this fun, stupid contest thing.
I don't know.
So I'm just saying, like, if we cut it off, then basically the next 2 donations could decide which direction it goes, because it is like a $25 difference, and we're $20 short of the goal.
I would vote for keeping it until the end. But, you know, whatever.
Keeping till the end? What do you mean the end?
Till we leave.
Oh. Well, then why would then how would shaving it win? Like, I'm supposed to be able to just shave it off. Like...
Heads you win tails. Or heads I win tails you lose.
Yeah, exactly. That's some bullshit, Zombie Grub. Alright, we'll talk about it more afterwards. Nerchio does decide to get aggressive on this map. It's worth noting he hasn't actually... dedicated so much to this. Like, this is early Lings and good pressure, and this will actually get a pylon kill, which is gonna not supply block Harstem, but take away easy mode defenses. There's not gonna be that pop-off overcharge, should there have been more coming behind it. By the way, people are claiming I did math wrong. It was $40 because we had 10 from Fractal, 10 from Printer Hands, 10 from Rorikar, and 10 from Solid Stub. So it wasn't, I didn't add that wrong. 60 plus 40 is 200, okay? Or 160 plus 40 is 200. People trying to call me on this 30 bullshit.
Oh, save it.
Uh-oh.
Receiving incoming
Save it.
transmission.
There's many donations coming in now. Thank you both for the generous contributions here. As Alaska Winter 93 donates $20 and says, said it save it earlier, but now switching to shave it. Also use this to buy some whiskey for that meetup plus photo. Hashtag no wait shirt. I'll need it. I'll need the whiskey, man.
Whiskey.
And then Gibby throws in $30 to hashtag save it. I just want to see what Ace Loot and Ace Food will do. Also, Rifkin, you're a vampire. Chat spam Ace Vamp. God. No, don't spam Ace Vampire. Disregard that donation message. Spam Kappas instead.
I feel like I should be insulted that I'm Ace Food, but it's so damn cute.
It is. It's an adorable emote.
Yeah.
You always get food.
Yeah.
You literally had like a Philly cheesesteak or whatever yesterday, or sandwich on stream.
Theo, when you'll never be as cute as your emoticon.
Okay, so let me see here. That's 205 for Save It.
This has been a very passive arena game, I want to note.
Yes, that's the only reason I can feel comfortable doing this. But then another 20 for Shave It. So 220 for Shave It. 205 for Save It. Uh-oh. You
switched to Shave It. I swear to God, Alaska Winter.
But we're also... So that puts us over the goal. Maybe we'll just see at the end of the stream is the cutoff then.
All right, end of the stream.
Okay, end of the stream will be the cutoff. So whichever is winning at the end of the stream is the one we'll go with.
All right, then.
All right, so this was a bit of a passive game, but Nerchio did a cool move where he did try and block this off with a Spine Spore so that, Harstem could just walk across, but now that the Immortal's out, he had to pull this back because they will easily die. He's kind of chipping away at the rocks on the side, but Nerchio, having played a little bit greedy with his droning, doesn't have a lot of army to fight this with. He's getting it out now, and the Roach count is certainly not impressive when there's Immortals in play. But
no,
the Spine is buying him a considerable amount of time. The Spore Crawler as well. They both go down, however.
So this is very similar to what he did last game. Now it's not with a Warp Prism, though. I guess is the big difference. But it is like that same kind of small Protoss army that looks like it should be surrounded by Lings and instantly killed, but it's actually doing some damage. And even more so because Nerchio was not relying on Lings at all. Like he has kind of 0, 4 running on with those roaches. Where I feel like even 20 would give Harstem some pause. But they're also without speed. Immortals are being rallied down here. Man. He's getting a lot done with a little, and as long as the militia doesn't die, which is the reason Nerchio's target firing it, then he is always going to be pretty safe.
Another reason I hope Shave It wins, by the way, to bring this back for a sec, is I just realized I'm going to the movies later today, and it didn't occur to me that I'm going to have to do it with this mustache.
A kid's movie?
I'm going to the Jungle Book with this fucking, pedo stash, so please, Shave It, please win.
Put a Band-Aid over it and be like, yeah, I got cut.
I'll be like, yeah, I got cut all on my upper lip on both sides.
Just embrace your Asian heritage and wear the sick mask.
Okay, that's really not cool, Zombie Grub. The Immortal is going to get caught here on the front lines. The Pylon Overcharge dealing a good amount of damage, but Nerchio, as much as he wants to complain about Immortals, this Roach Ravager buzz is looking damn strong. It's not quite won it just yet, but the reinforcements and that supply, once the creep spreads and once we get a little bit more Queen interaction, might just be able to bully this in. Harstem's overall supply is not looking so great, and honestly, Nerchio keeps picking up one Immortal then disengaging, one Immortal then disengaging. I mean, it gives them time to get barrier up, but it still kills the Immortal.
Yeah, I was going to say, every single Immortal really counts here. The sentry goes down as well, and Harstem's holding on, but he is missing those pylons that are in the middle, so he can put an overcharge. He's missing fodder a little bit here as he's warping in stalkers now for those Immortals, and it's a very, very close game. A couple of cannons are helping up from the right side. The Robo's on the forefront here, so instant reinforcements, but I think this is too much. Especially with the militia going down.
Yeah, I actually think this was a great move out of Nerchio too. If he was really worried about this late game going the same direction, a big all-in was certainly going to be the right way to do it. Harstem's army supply almost non-existent, and a new Immortal does pop out. The one in the back so low does get picked. But there's just no way to stop the Lings, I think, is the problem at this point. The Roaches, maybe the Immortals deal with it. But how do you have the Queens and the Lings?
He's so close. He's going to have a potent overcharge. His Robo goes down, though, and that's probably the real kicker.
Yeah, and even if this gets overcharged, though, he could walk away and just kill the third while he waits for it to wear off. I mean, this is really, I feel, not that dangerous of a situation. Probe's getting pulled from the backside now. Really just on, the edge of defeat here. Harstem really doesn't want to fall apart right now. He's so close to killing this. Like, this is what's so crazy. He's so close to killing this, but the reinforcements, it's 3 queens at a time. It's like 6 or 8 roaches. I don't think it's going to work, Zombie Grub. I just don't think it's going to work.
If he had that Robo still up and producing, I think he might have been able to do it. Or if like any amount of Immortals, like 1 or 2 did not die to those Corsair Bio shots. That was very close.
It was true. It was close, but damn. GG. So this will tie up the series 1-1, and the updated save it stuff is here. So we've reached our goal. So great, and we can take the BaseTradeTV fans out for a good time. Yay! Woo! But now at the end of the stream, whichever one of these is higher, at the end of the stream we're gonna go with. We usually get a brand new sub, but it got washed out by the bullshit spam in chat. Which I hate. I can't even sub mode this because it's specifically our fucking sub spamming. But thank you. Who's Taxi Denight or Taxi Denight? Taxi Denight 45. I'm gonna go with. Thank you for that new sub hype. We're gonna go to a small break. We'll get the final game in this best of 3. So don't go anywhere, and we'll see you guys here in a moment. For the love of YouTube content, save it. No. God, no. Heavens, no. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is tied up 1-1. This is the losers bracket as we continue on with the DreamHack Austin European qualifiers. And in the upper right side of Invader, it's going to be the blue Protoss, Invasion Esports Harstem.
In the top left, as the red Zerg, it is Nerchio.
Man, if Invasion Esports starts including Hearthstone, that's going to be a confusing interaction.
Hearthstone's Harstem?
Oh, God, that'd be even worse.
I thought that's where you're going.
No, I just meant, like, if they picked up, like, a Hearthstone division, like, you get the CEO, like, I need you put me in touch with the Hearthstone division, or Harstem division, or something. I don't know. I just see so many mix-ups with his name, because it's been people have been jokingly calling him Hearthstone for a while, right? The same way they call Kelazur like Kel'Thuzad and shit. Like,
well, one's a lot meaner than the other.
I just feel like Kelazur's name's not that hard, but a lot of people, it took like a year for everyone to figure it out.
Kelazur, Calzone.
Kel'Thuzad. Okay, well, Invader's certainly a much different map. It's worth noting Nerchio's at a disadvantage if he wants to take the gold on his side, as you cannot apparently expand to this base properly. Something
ruined the game.
Well, I was gonna say he was not too happy about it when it happened on Detox back when that was played on. So we'll see if that affects him in this game or not. His effective choice for an all-in though on that last game, I want to really bring up one more time though. You see him kind of be a little bit salty after game 1, like, okay, Immortals are cool, congrats on Immortals on winning. You didn't see him continue to be salty in the lobby about it, but regardless of his personal feelings on Immortals, he picked a strategy that was good at just crushing somebody early and not letting it get to that point of, like, a lot of Immortals. So this is what I love about Nerchio. As salty and grumpy as this guy can be about certain things in the game, he's also smart enough to figure out how to get around them.
I was going to say thank you to the new sub, or return sub rather, Passive Crimes, 21-month resub. Yay! I was trying to remember. But we also have, in this game, a lane drop.
What would a passive crime be? Like, you're just constantly embezzling? Yeah. So it's just like in the background, it's passive?
It's been 21 months since we've asked that question, every single month.
Yeah, so I mean, has this whole sub thing been a, like,
passive
laundering
crime
money scheme? Like, $5 at a time?
I guess most people would say that they're passive crimes.
Newbuddy's Carapace coming down pretty quick. Now, this could just be for scouting.
Receiving incoming
Very curious to
transmission.
see if this will lead to because the Evo Champ's already down. Like, if this is, going to be drops. So we talked about, we've seen versions of the Arena drop happen here. We'll see if this works. This is kind of scary. Like, Nerchio's attack could end it all for Harstem, who won't really have a lot of units to defend with. He's going to have a Stargate, though, and if these Phoenix can pick off even one Overlord before this drop goes down, this becomes infinitely easier to deal with.
Well, apparently Harstem did lose to this build before, and I don't know if it's on the map or not, but that's hopefully where the Phoenix are going to come in, but it's like only 2 Phoenix. They're not going to kill an Overlord quick enough.
And they can't exactly grab things on the ground. Harstem does have a pylon coming the main, though. Thank God for this, because if he didn't, he wouldn't have any chance of an overcharge. He fully walls off the front, knowing that there's going to be a secondary attack, so I think he knows exactly what's coming, but can can he deal with it, Zombie Grub?
It's gonna be very, very difficult.
I feel like just
probes
straight
are
up,
pulled into this.
straight up picking up the queens might be the best bet to start instead of trying to like actually kill them. Crowd control maybe, but picks off an overload before it fully unloads some of the links, so it does get about 2 link kills with it. That's not too bad. Probes being pulled, let them fight and keep the adepts alive, but this is out of range of that pylon. Harstem built like the pylon here specifically for this fight.
17 probes have already gone down, but that does just mostly even them up. The front is also being attacked. I don't know if there's anything defending that.
He's continuing to build walls, but that's about it for the walls. He's got, wanted it trying. Most of the chaos here was in the main, and he does kind of start to secure this. Now the question is, can he hold this attack? Nerchio really, this was dedicated, but all things considered, this could have been so much worse for Harstem.
Yeah, it could have been game over. Like, if he had gone below 15 probes, I think you just tap out.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit lower.
If Harstem missed that gateway build, those links would have gotten to the mineral lines.
Yeah, exactly, and that would have probably been game. But now, you know, you can start cleaning up overlords, your things can take back control. Nerchio did not have a third base, so, you know, it's not only his drone count is low, but he has to choose replace the drones or make a third base, and he is in trouble. Harstem has a better infrastructure setup, I think, for the macro game.
So we got 2 donations coming in, by the way, while this went on. So first off, kudos to Harstem on defending that.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
clutch. I'm mad. I'm really fucking mad right now. Devil Melandro with $5.64 to save it. Nerf toss. Have Zombie Grub show Apollo. Okay, $5 for nerf it or save it. But then Gavba. I don't know who this fellow is.
My new favorite person.
Zombie Grub's new favorite person is save it. Fuck you. Pedo stash in front of everyone. Then Kesius52 hits us up with a brand new sub. New sub alert, new sub alert, new sub alert. But fuck, that's gonna put that like 100. There's no way anyone's gonna put $100 into shave it. Like,
Yes.
guys, please. This might be our last series. This might be our last game. Okay, 95 into save it. By the way, we'll put plus the 5. We'll put that at 305 actually.
Okay.
And then shave it's at 220. Can I donate myself? Like, can I put?
No.
Can I just like misappropriate BaseTradeTV sub money really quick and just donate like $100 to shave it?
Rude. No. But you know, this is a very large depth attack, and Nerchio, he's still to be droning. He's down 7 drones. To have to make all of these links, and they won't have the upgrade yet, is going to be problematic. His third base is probably not going to be killed by the adepts. Just would take them a very long time to kill it. But okay, Harstem's going towards that direction. TerranISC2 donates $20, and he says there was a U.S. Air Force badass named Robin Olds who wears mustache loud and proud. You should do the same. Hashtag save it. Oh fuck, this is getting out of hand. This is like unrecoverably out of hand. That's 325. Oh.
I wish, you know what? We said it ends at the end of stream. In a week.
I agreed to that when I thought I was gonna lose. Man up, man.
I'm more worried actually about going to the movie theater today than I am about anything you and Olivia could do to me.
I'm telling you, just pretend that you have a cold. Wear the mask. You get one of those cute ones that have like a stolen crossbow.
Okay, this photon overcharge will be enough to scare off the legs for Harstem. Meanwhile, Phoenixes are harassing, but the spore call will complete here in a moment, so won't be able to continue this for too long.
It's so nice. Nerchio has never been able to get to a very good drone count, and might just be giving up now.
He's just continuing to invest in lings, but I think one of the things about choosing to go lings first over drones, I mean, obviously his drone count sucks, but he made a bunch of drop overlords, so I mean, this was like that Hail Mary all in, let's do it or die type thing. I missed a bunch. You forgot the lings. It's just queens, mate. You forgot the lings.
Bye-bye.
No, this is kind of a mistake. Like, in actualness, like,
unless he's trying to fake.
Just distractions? Okay, if Nerchio, because Nerchio has actually done this before, where he sent empty overlords over mineral lines to make people pull against what he thought was going to be banelings. So, if this is on purpose, that's kind of cool. I don't know if this is on purpose, though. He sends them back home.
I don't know, man. But the lings do attack the third, so maybe Nerchio is thinking if I could just get the third, maybe that would be such a bad position, because then they both would be mining out on 2 bases. And he does get the army, it looks like. Nope, not going to commit to the army, because he would have lost his own army, and that would not have helped him.
All right, let's continue to just run around. The queens actually do make it to the main, and they're going to pick up 5 probes. Initially, that's kind of cute, I guess. Lings are kind of losing their momentum, though, outside in the front. Just kind of streamlining what few he can. I mean, he's working off of 28 workers. It's not a lot to work off of, but +1 on these Lings. It's quite a bit of damage on these bad boys. Harstem's in a bit of a rough spot. I didn't think it would get this out of hand or this bad. He should have built a cannon between the pylons that Mothership Core's used for last overcharge. Some Adepts are warping in. It's the last pylon standing. I mean, this is bad, Zombie. He's lost control of the main. He's got Immortals and Zealots trying to clean up, but Nerchio's queens are transfusing like crazy. I mean, this is Nerchio's last big hurrah. He has to win with this attack, or it's not. That's it. Like, he never tried to make more drones. He's still sitting on 28 workers. He hasn't killed that many probes. Killing a 3rd base, I feel, is still not enough damage in this situation.
I agree, but it is, I think, Nerchio, for him, it might have been his best bet. Either that or, like, seriously, all of the probes from all 3 bases. And that does mean that we have to talk about this game more, basically. You know, like, if this failed, absolutely, it would have been tap-out time for Nerchio. But it didn't fail, absolutely. In fact, I would call it, like, a small success. He's going to try and get a lair. He is trying to get the drones up. I think some Phoenix even went down to the queens. Yeah, 4 Phoenix went down. So now he no longer has to worry as much about getting his drones picked off, because with like 5 or 6, they can camp over a spore crawler for some time, but you know, with 2, it's a little more difficult. So I mean, I don't think that Nerchio will hold against Harstem's army, but I can see him doing something miraculous here.
Yeah, big surround, gonna catch us. A couple of force fields, barriers on the Immortals, soaking a lot of damage, but the sentries go down to the back end. I mean, this is all of Nerchio's army presently, but it is killing what is all of Harstem's army presently.
Yeah,
good game, well played. Wow.
Wow, I thought he was gonna, you know, be backed up against a wall and take a really good fight, but +1 Lings, man.
That's kind of where I thought that was going too, but fuck.
Okay.
We got a lot of donations to read out. 3, so not a lot, excuse me, but a lot of money I got to do math for, and they all says save it, and that's why I said fuck. So, okay, there's 20 I got to add on to save it. Snow Python donates $10 and says, I want to see what Zombie Grub and friends do with your face worm. # save it. It me JP hype Kappa East DA. Greenpeace donates $10. Says shave the whales, but only them. # save it. And Mr. Arthur Simon donates $35 and says # save it. In before the end of the broadcast, I heart you, BaseTradeTV, but sometimes it's fun to torture you by making you go to a kids movie looking like a 70s pedo.
I like the most recent one.
It's just it's a link?
Yeah.
Okay, Jehovany donates $5. It's a screen cap of the subscriber named the thing on Rifkin's face, emoting that he is purring. So, okay, I gotta add this up. Can you ask if we're allowed to cast anything else? Because I actually don't know if we are. So, 20 plus 10.
Receiving incoming transmission.
Fuck, this is so unfairly in the favor of Save It. Then another 20 coming from Crusher Cities just now, and it says, Rifkin, no matter what the numbers say at the end of this, only one of these options makes for great tweets and YouTube views. I think you know what you need to do. # save it. # I stash with Rifkin. # with great stash comes great responsibility. Fuck off, mate. That's actually going to put it at $405 in, with all things considered in that last one. That's, I mean, I should be happier about this, I guess, but I'm not, because, like, you guys, Shave It was winning. Like, you took my victory from me. It was right there. It was right there.
We need to think of something that, like, revenge, okay? Like, I don't think it's very fair that you get all this bullshit. You know, you get hit with a hammer more often. You have to wear the stupid mustache. Like, you have all these shirts with your face on it. Like, I need to do something embarrassing that people can save or not save me from. I feel like people would save me, though.
Okay, so there may be a small consolation. Wait, are they already in game? If they're in game, the cast is done. I don't see Sort of in Vortex, though. Where are they?
I assume they're in game. That's why they're not in the chat channel.
So then we're not allowed to cast anything else. But you know what? It's all fucking ZvC anyway, so you know what? If DreamHack wants to tell us we can't cast, oh well, darn it! I guess we'll have to abide by their rules. This sucks though, because this means we don't have any games where I have like a chance in a best of 3 to convince people to like save me by shaving it. I gotta like, oh god, the Jungle Book, guys, it's the Jungle Book. Like,
look, okay, as long as you don't go into that movie theater with some other questionable items, I think you'll be okay.
I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna wear a shirt that has a pocket, and I'm gonna put like pocket protector in with pens clipped to the side.
That's
I'm
not what I was
gonna
thinking.
wrap some tape around them.
Just bring in some lotion because you have dry hair.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll tell you this the whole time too. Hey, look, kitty, you want some popcorn? Just like. I got some extra Skittles. You just gotta put your hand deep in the bag. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, stop.
Please, nobody call 911. I promise. Okay, so here's some good news, guys. Harstem is reportedly going to DreamHack Austin anyways, as he told us, so that's going to be awesome. So he'll compete in the open bracket, and hopefully a better luck over there than he did here, but we wish the best of luck to Nerchio as he goes on to play against TLO. I wish the best of luck to TLO as he goes on to fight against Nerchio. But yeah, so in, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours from now, I'm going to go see the Jungle Book. Looking like a pedo.
Maybe you could just take like a permanent marker and just kind of scratch on.
No, I could just fill in the rest of the beard so it doesn't look so like I'll just like face paint on like the rest of the beard. That would probably look so much worse. Can you stop enjoying this so much? It's like salt in the wound watching you get so much pleasure. Okay, you know what? Here's how. Okay, we gotta get you back. You didn't actually do much for. You just asked Guildfriends. You gotta let me run something here for your hair color for what you're planning to dye it.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, so here's what we'll do, guys. Zombie Girl's planning to dye her hair. So since we met this so early, I didn't expect to meet this until like the day before. Like, this is first off, as much as I fucking hate you guys right now, thank you BaseTradeTV community, because you guys always surpass my expectations. I didn't think we would finish this until like the day we were leaving for Austin. So we've got enough money to host an excellent BaseTradeTV meetup in DreamHack Austin now. That's awesome. Here's what we're gonna do. From the rest of this till then, we don't have a donation goal in particular to go towards, but we will change the Save It, Shave It campaign to the Zombie Grub hair color campaign, because she's going to dye her hair color. And we'll put a couple of options up, and we'll let you guys donate towards those options, and that'll pick what color we get to dye her hair. That's how we'll even this disgusting playing field. So now I have to keep this thing for 2 weeks. Plus the week we're at DreamHack Austin. I'm going to be at Olivia's wedding, and we're going to have all these photos taken. I'm going to have this fucking retarded mustache. Stop laughing!
If only you had the suit to go with it.
If only I had the orange suit to go with it. Okay. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. I can't look at you. Stop it.
I'm not reading the chat.
Thank you so much. I don't want to read the chat. I know where that delay's at right now. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining the stream today. It was a lot of fun. We got to cast a lot of games. And like we said, you can watch the rest of them on the DreamHack mainstream. So have a great day. We're going to end the stream here with some ads. Got to give some shout out to our sponsors, though. G2A, Chairs for Gaming. We don't have them on the overlay because DreamHack said we're not allowed to. But Corsair Gaming, one of the prime sponsors here on BaseTradeTV as well, as Yord Wood Watches. Make sure you guys check all of them out. Of course, down below in the Twitch page, if you scroll down, there's a bunch of links you can click. That's the best way to figure out what's going on. I guess we talked about it a little bit. I'm going to do it one more time now that we're at the end of the broadcast, and that's the Matcherino page for our upcoming tournament on Only Watch. It's worth noting we don't have anything to do tomorrow because we thought everyone except for DreamHack, apparently, thought that there was a DreamHack going on, qualifier going on tomorrow. Apparently there's not, so we may just have a day off. But Monday we got the Corsair Cup, and then Tuesday we've got our first ever Overwatch tournament. And even if you don't want to watch Overwatch and you have no plans whatsoever to watch and tune in, You can still help us out by growing the prize pool. Here's the Match Arena page. We'll link it in chat. You can type !only watch. It'll link it for you too. I want to stress before I do anything here to show you how this works, you're not going to have to give them any information you don't want to. You click to sign in with your Twitch account as if you're using Twitch alerts or any other add-on to Twitch. You click donate. Remember, you don't have to give your credit card. You don't have to give your PayPal. And you don't have to give any real money if you don't want. If you only type only watch, Match Arena will generate $1 and add it to our prize pool on your behalf, and this is their promotional way of saying, oh, you brought somebody to our website. Excellent. $1? Excellent. Add it to the prize pool, boys. Make it bigger and better. So we've had a lot of people donate $1 here and there. We've had some real dollars donated as well. Sawdust Dub, $40. Reamar, $26, and so forth. So thank you guys so much for helping us. We want to make this thing as big and badass as possible. I bring this up, though, not just because I'm asking for your help, and I really am asking for you guys to help us with this, but I also want to explain going forward, like, I want to put everyone's mind at ease with this. We are not cutting back on StarCraft in the slightest. We're not changing things up with the channel. StarCraft is still the priority for BaseTradeTV in every way, shape, or form. But it's going to be so awesome doing that we can do other things in other games when we have downtime. Or if there's something going on, like a main DreamHack, and we're not allowed to cast it, we can actually throw a tournament on that day, but it'll be for a different game. Like, it opens up a lot of opportunities for us to be on more and do more with the channel. So, again, really, really, really emphasizing, it's not going to cut away from StarCraft at all. It is just going to add to BaseTradeTV. So thank you guys for watching today. Fucking TLO, god damn it. Comes into this. You know, there's a rule you're not supposed to be watching streams. Did you know this? I read the DreamHack rules. You have to be red and blue, and players can't watch streams, and nobody enforces any of these rules. But I'm surprised that they exist. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, we're going to run some ads to end it, so have a good one. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, then Monday for certain. Bye. You're the worst.
Tilo's the worst.